Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and we're done with our day job. It's Friday. We're headed home to my wonderful baby. And I love driving because it gives me a chance to think. And I just wonder if you guys feel the same thing that I've been feeling so far this season. You know, over the years of Tony Romo starting, you always sat there when, he'd do a scramble and just do something unbelievable and get away from pressure, and he's cocking the ball and about to unload, and you feel like your heart's in your throat. You feel like you got butterflies because you didn't know if that's going to be an incredible pass completion or a Tony Ono. You watch games going into the fourth quarter where we got a lead, and you're sitting there thinking, we're going to blow this. Or you're sitting there thinking, how are we going to lose this week? Are we going to ice our own kicker? Are we going to get Rob Ryan's fat behind out on the field and get a 15-yard penalty? Or are our guys going to make a whole bunch of dumb penalties? It was always like, okay, how are we going to lose? Well, after Tony Romo got hurt last year, every time Tony Romo is out on the field and you see him scramble, I get that same feeling, that lump in my throat, the butterflies, and you're wondering, is this going to be the hit that knocks him out for the season and ruins the season? That's exactly what happened last year. And you can't tell me that every time you see Tony Romo about to take a hit or take a hit and go on the ground that you're not scared that something else is going to be broken and he's going to be gone. Well, I got to tell you, I feel a change totally with the Dallas Cowboys. With Dak Prescott back there, I don't feel like I've got a lump in my throat. I don't feel like I've got those butterflies that, is this going to be the play that kills the season? Our defense is playing better in the second half than they are in the first half, which was always, we go in the fourth quarter with the lead and the defense couldn't stop anybody. So all of a sudden, all of those bad feelings and bad vibes that I used to have about the team, where you're always thinking of, how will we lose this week? Because we used to come up with some of the craziest ways to lose them. You could never feel confident about winning a game. Think about that playoff game against Green Bay a few years back, where we were up 26-3. Going into halftime, any normal fan would say, we got this. I sat in that game, I said, we're going to figure out a way to lose this. We end up passing more in the second half than the Packers trying to catch up. Just like when we iced the kicker. Just like those games in Detroit where we made Bobby Carpenter look like, the number one draft pick that we thought he was when we drafted him. When Tony threw 2 picks when we were up big against them. And the question, of course, was, why are we still passing when we got a big lead? But all of a sudden, those things just don't seem to be happening anymore. We're not getting all the false start penalties or the dumb holding penalties or the coaching's getting a dumb penalty. We're not icing a kicker. We're doing better with time management, with the exception of Terrence Williams getting out of bounds. And it just seems like all of a sudden, maybe the light went off. But it's like the team is like a well-coached team all of a sudden. And you feel confident that we're never out of it. And I feel like this team is all of a sudden evolved and is turning a corner and taking that talent that we have, that young talent, and becoming a decent team. Now, I don't know if anybody else feels the same way that I do or sees that. I'd be interested to know if you do, or what's your thoughts on that. But this is totally different. I mean, I'm feeling vibes like I haven't felt in a long time with this Dallas Cowboy team. And I feel really good about them, not only for this season, I feel good about them for our future. So I've got about 2 more hours of driving to do. Got a bit more thinking I'm sure I'll do. It looks like Joe Boo's over here taking a nap. So I'm Mark Holmes. That's a sleeping Cowboy Joe Boo, and we're done with our day job. If you enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe to the Joe Boo Report by clicking on the Sean Lee and Joe Boo. Now, it might be over there. Well, where's it over here? I can never get this stuff straight because the camera's facing me, so it's opposite, and it's just too confusing. But anyway, subscribe to the Joe Boo Report so that way we can keep bringing you the mojo.